Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Shadavia and this is Oshi Budgets, where I talk about all things money, budgeting, and savings related. So if any of that is content you're into, do me a favor and give today's video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget that notification bell so you don't miss the next time I post. By the title of today's video, you can see I am going to be doing a budget with me where I am going to show you guys how I budget using the budget by paycheck method on a low income budget. So if you want to see how I budget my bi-weekly paycheck on a low income using my real numbers, then just keep watching today's video. Now, before I even get my paycheck, I love to create a budget so I can tell my money exactly where to go before I even receive it. Creating a budget for me means giving every dollar a job and not wondering where my money is going. It also helps me eliminate those impulsive spends as well and just unnecessary debit card or credit card swipes. So as you guys can see, when I'm creating my budget, I start by writing down all of my bills. I take into account any money that I need to put into an account buffer, and then I go into my variable expenses, savings, and sometimes I'll put debt payments in my budget as well. But for this paycheck, as you can see, my priorities are a little different. So the first bills that I always like to budget for are my mortgage, insurance, and my phone. Now, those are some of my larger bills. And so being on a low income, I always recommend that if you have larger bills, go ahead and split those in half if you're paid on a bi-weekly pay cycle. If you get paid on a weekly basis, split those bills into 4. And what that's going to do for you is free up some extra money within your budget, but it's also going to allow you a little wiggle room for fun, maybe some extra debt payments or even savings. So for me, my mortgage, insurance, and phone gets $452. And that is done automatically, so I never even see it. And that's half of those bills in this first check, and then I'll pay the second half in that second paycheck, since again, I am paid on a bi-weekly basis. Now, once I actually have that taken out of my check, for this paycheck, I am going to be left with $1,077.71. Again, that's going to go towards this buffer, these bills, cash envelopes, and savings for this check. Now, that's a little bit more than what I normally have left over, and I'll explain why later on in today's video. Now, for my buffer, if you don't have a buffer, you guys, I strongly recommend having some type of buffer set up. And a buffer is just money that you leave in your checking account to account for those unexpected expenses or maybe bills that you forgot about. In my opinion, anywhere from $300 to $500 is a good amount for a buffer. I know some people prefer to go on the lower end because if they have more money in their account, then they probably will spend more. So right now I am working on a buffer amount of $300, and you guys, I like to be transparent on my channel, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know I have $8 in my checking account. But let me tell you guys something. That does not bother me at all because I have my cash envelopes to work from. I also have my emergency fund, and then I also have a separate savings. But what I need to do, and I need to prioritize this paycheck, is to go ahead and start rebuilding up that buffer. And so today in this buffer account, I'm gonna go ahead and put over $100. And again, my goal is going to be to get that up to $300. So between the next 2 paychecks, I should be able to do that. So $1,077.71 minus the $100 from the buffer. And so for our bills, then we have $977.71 that's then left. Now, the first bill that I pay outside of the top 3 here is my car note. My car note gets paid on a bi-weekly basis. And so what that does for me, that creates an extra payment throughout the year. Now, my car note, half of my car note is $200 $249. And again, I pay that on every single paycheck, no matter if it's due or not, because it does set me ahead. And if there is an instance where I'm not able to pay my car note, then at least I have a little wiggle room because I've paid it ahead. So $249 goes to my car note. The next bill that I have is a subscription. Actually, the next two bills that I have are subscriptions that I pay for. And you guys, no matter how big or small the bill is, once you're creating a budget, make sure you're writing down every single bill that you have, and that's going to help you tailor your budget to exactly what you need it to be. So for Smug Mug is getting $13.86, and then my Adobe is $10.81. So those are the two subscriptions that I need to pay on this paycheck. And then I have my lights and my gym. So lights are also another one of my larger bills that I have each month, but there is not a consistent amount. I haven't like a rough estimate on how much the bills are going to be, but it's not a set amount like my mortgage, insurance, and phone. So I would consider lights more of a variable bill, simply because, again, it can fluctuate. So what I like to do is, again, still split it in half, because light bills are typically higher bills, and I would prefer not to just come out of my entire paycheck for that large lump sum. So for this paycheck, I'm going to take out $120, and again, that is a rough estimate of how much I'm thinking it's going to be. I'm thinking it's going to be anywhere from $240 to $250, or at least I'm hoping that's the case. But if I take out $120 on this paycheck, and let's say it ends up being $240, then my second paycheck, I can just take out another $120 and add those two together to be able to pay that bill, opposed to me taking out the full $240 for one paycheck. It will put a huge dent in my paycheck. So again, you guys, if you're on a low income, or not even just on a low income, if you have larger bills, consider splitting them in half and fourth, or however often you pay, you guys, and trust me, it's going to be a game changer. Then the next bill, and the final bill that I actually have that needs to be paid on this check, is my gym membership, which is $10.83. So now I'm going to go ahead and subtract all my bills. $249 minus $13.86, $10.81 minus the $120, and then minus the $10.83. So then I'm going to be left with $573.21. Now you guys see this amount and you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, that's so much. I wish I had that much. As I mentioned in one of my previous videos, you guys, I spent a lot of 2022 just condensing my bills and eliminating anything that didn't serve me purpose. Even if it was $25 freed up, $25 can add up, you guys. So if you have some subscriptions or things that you're not using, go ahead and eliminate those, and then you'll be able to maximize your paycheck. And so when I was creating this mock budget, you guys, I saw how much I had left over, and then I started to think what I wanted to do with it. Like I said, I do still have some debt, but I'll talk about a little bit more about my debt in another video, which I have some exciting news to actually share with you guys. But once I saw this number, then I kind of decide how much I'm going to put into these cash envelopes and savings. So as you guys know, being on a low income, I like to prioritize savings. I want to make sure that in the case of an emergency, I am good, I am taken care of, and I don't have to swipe my credit card any more than I need to. So the first thing that I'm going to put money aside for savings is my emergency fund. So for this check, I'm going to be putting $50 aside for my emergency fund. Now, I did check, and as you guys probably saw, or if you didn't see why I stopped the 100 envelope challenge, then the remaining of that challenge was going towards my emergency fund. So I now have at least 1 month of income in my emergency fund, which is exciting, you guys. My ultimate goal is to get it up to 3 months and then 6 months. But 1 month is a great start, and I want to continue pouring into that emergency fund, because we know life always happens, and we just need to be as prepared as possible. So on this paycheck, again, I'm putting $50 towards my emergency fund. And then the next savings goal that I'm working towards, a lot of you guys probably saw this one. I'm pretty sure almost everybody who's watching this video may have saw this one, but I plan on saving $10,000 this year in 2023. If you haven't seen that video, I'm gonna link it in the description box below. You guys, I have a solid plan, and I'm actually like very motivated, very excited to kind of see it through. So for each paycheck, I need to take out at least $209 to kind of keep the pace for what I'm trying to do with the 10K challenge. So $209 plus the overtime, you guys. As I mentioned earlier, this is a little bit more than what I normally have left over. It's because I did work a little bit overtime. And so my plan is to just bring in at least $100 in overtime for the month. You guys, one thing that if you're kind of following my strategy or my plan for that, you need to make sure that you're being mindful of holiday weeks. So over this last pay period, I forgot that we had the New Year's holiday. So it wasn't overtime pay, it was just my regular base rate pay. So instead of it being the time and a half, which is completely fine because again, it's still extra income that I didn't have before. So for my towards my 10K goal, I'm putting my overtime and then the minimum of the $209, which is going to be a total of $269 that I'm going to be putting towards that 10K challenge. So let's take that away. Now I have $254 to work with. As you guys probably remember, my groceries is not getting anything because I am still holding on to the pandemic EBT that I was blessed and grateful to have. So that is still taking care of our grocery budget. Someone did suggest putting maybe a small amount in there, and I considered it for a second, but on this paycheck, I just kind of wanted to hold off on that, and then maybe something I'll start on the next paycheck. Some of the bills that I have that don't change is my gas bill. So this is just for my car itself. And this last paycheck, I only spent $50. So I rolled the additional $10 towards my car maintenance fund, which I am loving, you guys, because every paycheck I'm rolling over at least something from my gas envelope. Now, some people may look at that and think, well, you need to redo your budget. I could, but I'm already in the habit of putting the $60 aside. And also, you guys, sometimes I commute more, sometimes I commute less. So that's why the amount I'm able to roll over varies. And it's not like that money is going to waste. It's helping me out with my car maintenance because I know I'm going to have my registration come up. I need a new tire. I want to get my car details. So it's going to serve some purpose, even if it isn't just fully going into my gas tank. So for this paycheck, I'm going to stick with what I've been doing, and I'm still giving my car $60 for gas. I'm also doing a little commuting this weekend. So that, I still have gas for the week, which is awesome. I think I have like a quarter tank, which I'm really proud of because like I said, that was from my last paycheck and I'm still riding on that gas. So $60 for my gas, and then I'm left with $194. For household, I do like to put at least $20 into this envelope. Now I do have some, I think I have a little over $20 already in there, but I did realize it is time to re-up on toiletries, like cleaning products, things like that. So I'm going to use the $20. I think the toiletries are probably going to be like $15, $16 because I usually get them from Walgreens. But I wanted to go ahead and make sure I put the $20 that I normally would towards this. What I'm hoping in the future is that I can continue using Fetch to accumulate gift cards to take care of this. So if you don't know what Fetch is just a app that you use to scan your everyday receipts, and then you get points for that. With those points, you can redeem them for a different gift card. I know there's restaurants on there. I like to do mine for the household budget because you guys, if I can eliminate this household budget and only use the Fetch gift cards, then this $20 I could put, towards my emergency fund, or I could put it towards another goal that I have, and I'm just swapping those two out. So I still get my household things taken care of, but with the courtesy of Fetch, then I'm not having to take out that additional $20. So that's the goal. And you guys, if you haven't signed up for Fetch, I'll have it linked in the description box below as well. Now I have $174 left that I can budget for my self-care, family fund, sinking funds, and then month ahead. So the thing that I am wanting to do this weekend is that it's been a minute since the family and I have went out to do anything. So instead of planning a Sunday meal, I decided that I wanted to take us out as a family on Sunday to some restaurant. Now, we do have about $75 in our family in funds, so I'm gonna go ahead and add $25 to make it $100. So we'll go out to a restaurant, and that should take care of our food, but also tips as well, you guys. I never go anywhere and not tip, because if I was a server, if I was working, I would want to be tipped as well. And I tip even if the service is bad. I probably just won't go back, but I want to make sure that we have enough in there. Like I said, for the meals itself, we may even have room for dessert. It just depends on where we go. So now I'm going to take the $25, not plus, minus 25. All right, so we have $149 that's going to be left over. I have $60 already in self-care, so let's go ahead and make it a full $100. So $40 there. And then $109 that's going to be left over for sinking funds and month ahead. So sinking funds is for my future expenses, you guys. It's not really as big as a priority as getting 1 month ahead, having my 10K goal, and just my emergency fund just at a nice spot. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put money towards my month ahead. Let's see, $49 towards that month ahead. And then $60 towards our sinking fund, just because I know that the kids have activities coming up and we need to get registered for soccer. So then that takes us down to a zero-based budget, you guys. And that's how I budget out my paycheck, using the budget by paycheck method on a low income, you guys. I give every single dollar a job before it even touches my bank account. So if you made it this far in the video and you enjoyed this budget breakdown, go ahead and give today's video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments how you budget your paycheck, whether it's monthly, weekly, by paycheck, or monthly. Let me know in the comments, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next upload. Bye.